help them and assist them, providing the tools and resources necessary to become productive citizens.
For the latest updates on DYA, you can follow them on Instagram at Guam DYA. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matson.
Many students will return to campus next week, but the Academy of Our Lady of Guam says they'll continue online learning with an adjustment to meet the social and spiritual needs of the students. AOLG President, Sister Angela Perez.
We will continue during January with the online, as well as introduce supplemental experiences, not to supplant the online. They have to be online, but in the afternoon, certain days of the week, the students who need that supplemental learning experience, whether it's tutoring or whatever, will be coming to the school.
Students that are in need of supplemental education will sign up online via Google Sheets. Sister Angela says eventually they hope to transition to another level of on-campus experiences as the year progresses. The court orders drug offender Sue Ann Baker to perform regular drug testing. This comes after Baker violated her supervised release conditions for a fourth time. In 2018, she was sentenced to 2 years in prison, followed by a 1-year supervised release term. Baker and her boyfriend Vincent Rios were arrested in November 2016 for picking up 2 mailed-in packages containing 18.7 pounds of meth. She was released from prison nearly 1 year ago. As stated in court today, Baker failed another drug test on January 3rd and has not had any other drug tests since. According to the U.S. Probation Office, Baker's test results during the month of December returned negative, and she has been attending drug treatment counseling. Defense counsel Curtis Vandeveld asked the court for a continuance to review the most recent supplemental declaration for revocation of supervised release with his client. The court granted the defense request and set a return for 2 weeks. As for Rios, according to KUAM archives, he was sentenced 6 months ago to 27 years in prison. Chief Judge Francis Tidinko Gatewood allowed drug defendant Ernie Muñoz Valencia to remain free from prison. He was sentenced to 14 months of home confinement Monday morning. In September 2018, he pled guilty to attempted possession of 5 grams or more of meth with the intent to distribute. 1 year prior, in May 2017, Valencia was arrested for using a Hagåtña mailbox to mail in drugs. The feds got a hold of the package and replaced the 23 grams of meth with sham. He appeared with the defense counsel Joseph Rosano this morning for his sentencing hearing. Rosano argued for a 10-level downward departure for Valencia to be placed on supervised release in home confinement. As stated in court, Valencia does not have a prior criminal history, has accepted responsibility, and has been drug-free for over 1 year. He also has health concerns resulting in a bedridden state and requires bathroom assistance from his wife. However, the government requested a 2-level downward departure for him to be detained. The court ultimately sided with the defense. 34-year-old Jeremy Jerome Borja was arrested for a second-degree criminal sexual conduct after he allegedly sexually molested a minor known to him. On January 10th, officers responded to a criminal sexual conduct complaint at an Agate residence. The female minor identified Borja as the individual who sexually assaulted her. The victim stated that the day before, between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m., while on her bed, she felt someone on top of her. She tried to get him to stop and succeeded. The victim also told officers that this was the second time Borja allegedly did this. The first time was approximately 3 years ago when she was in the 5th grade. The victim told police she was afraid of the defendant. Borja was booked and confined. The Department of Agriculture continues to encourage island fishermen that are eligible to apply for the CARES Act Fisheries Relief Fund. The initial deadline was last August, but was extended to January 29th of this year. Department of Agriculture Director Chelsea Muñoz says payments could be made to those who applied in about 2 weeks.
At the sustenance level, you will receive $953.68. Then there's a second tier of fishers who have some of their commercial receipts and they can demonstrate that they sell their fish. They'll receive $1,200. And then the tier above that is for anyone who is registered with GRT. They have all of their GRT receipts and tax documents that demonstrate that that's their livelihood completely or largely. They receive varying amounts based on their losses for the year. So we had people receiving anywhere from $1,000 to $13,000 to $30,000. based on how much income they can demonstrate that they've lost.
For more information, you can call 735-0294. You can also email fisheries@doag.guam.gov to request an application packet. Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we have Trend Spotting with Tyler Matson, and still to come, Sports with Dave Delgado.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
While we've all been through a lot over the years,
typhoons, earthquakes, and now COVID-19,
we've been able to get through these together.
For more than 80 years,
Travelers Insurance has been protecting your homes, your businesses,
And the health of your family.
We are here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
There are better days ahead. Tomorrow's a new day filled with hope and choices.
The possibilities of what we can achieve together are limitless.
Let's continue to work together to ensure a brighter tomorrow for all of us.
Enjoy honey sesame chicken breast at Panda Express. Be the sweetness. Be the freshness. Be the crispy tender sesame seed perfection. That's how you find your sweet spot. Have it delivered from Panda Express today.
At Gagnon Shopping Center.
Boy, was it a nice and busy week for us. Maybe a little too busy over in our nation's capital, including the second impeachment of President Donald Trump. There's a lot to talk about, so let's get right to it. I'm Tyler Matson, and here's your Trend Spotting Report. Let's get to some of the big news on our home front, starting with the announcement of major changes to the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. Department of Labor Director David Della Sola explained that as per the new USDOL program guidelines, workers who are receiving any amount of hours will no longer be eligible for PUA. The changes are so drastic that Della Sola is warning the public to follow the new guidelines and not apply if they are on reduced hours.
You're going to end up getting paid, and you're going to end up being overpaid and going to have to repay it back. And I'm trying to avoid that, but it's going to happen. I'm warning you now.
Della Sola provided the USDOL memo on the devastating blow to the program. Guam delegate Michael Sinicholas, however, said he hadn't heard of any changes made, cautioned residents to not panic while he sorts out the details. Della Sola, however, is sticking to his guns and reminding people that you're no longer eligible for PUA if you're on reduced hours. This ruffled a lot of feathers. Reader Meng Marianas wrote, "Why did we now just get word of this? MSN should have been briefed on this, knowing that most of the people that will be affected are working reduced hours. This is ridiculous. Please stop playing God. You're playing with people's lives." And Karina Escobar Sue shared, "Wow, this doesn't make sense. We are trying to go back to work but forced limited hours due to no customers. Most of us who are working, our hours are only enough to pay our health insurance and taxes." One more thought from Dominic Joaquin Hernandez. This is probably one of the dumbest decisions ever. People who are fortunate enough to make some hours now have to struggle more. With this logic, the government is implying more people stay unemployed than to work, because it's not worth working for peanuts when unemployment pays way more. Oh, but wait, more positions in the top will be filled and raises will be given for their hard work, while the everyday citizen left to fend for themselves. Let's shift to the nation's capital, where in a historic move by Congress, President Donald J. Trump was impeached for a second time. He was charged with one article of impeachment: incitement of insurrection. Last week's horrific scene at the Capitol building came just after Trump encouraged his supporters to protest the certification of the presidential election. Congress members were joining Vice President Mike Pence to seal the deal, but were interrupted as the violent mob stormed the building, leaving at least 5 dead. There's plenty of word of potential violence leading up to next week's inauguration, and Washington is ramping up its security with National Guard members from across the nation. And on our end, we are sending 30 National Guard members to help support the security of the inauguration, except for January 20th, Washington time. and where we're turning back home to a very sad story of a dog allegedly seen beaten over the weekend in Hagåtña. Guam Animals in Need gave the sad details. A witness saw a man likely from a nearby homeless encampment beat the dog with a log. When the witness tried to get the man to stop, the perpetrator allegedly said it was his dog and he could do whatever he wants with it. The man picked up the dog and walked away, and the witness last saw two people put the dog in an abandoned car. The witness was able to save the dog, who was taken to receive emergency care. The dog has since been named Tyson for his fighting spirit. Tyson is now in foster care, recovering from his injuries. The One Police Department continues to search for the perpetrator of this crime. If you have any information, please call the Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-4357. Lots of you were upset at this, including Eileen Santos, who shared, "Still, no matter what, they're innocent animals. They don't have no choice than to be on the street, but still not an excuse for abuse. Yet people that can't do their responsibility don't have no rights to own one. They're not toys that you can't just dump anywhere when you're done caring for them." And it seems like we have an update over Facebook. Dennis Lang said, "Tyson is doing great and really is a fighter. He has a forever home. He loves treats and hates baths. He's still a little wobbly, but he's looking better every step he takes. He's going to have a good life." And let's leave on a lighter note, turning to the skies. No doubt we live in paradise, and this week we were blessed with beautiful sunset skies in pinks, purples, and oranges. So many of you took to social media to share Mother Nature's work, and how could you not? Our gorgeous sunsets are more of a reason to get out there, get some fresh air, and enjoy our beautiful paradise. Just remember to do it responsibly. Wear your mask and watch your distance. We'll see you next week. Adios!
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Hila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Tino Sengel, president of the GFA. We're here to talk about some of the facilities and their plans for some of the projects running up.
Yes, Dave. What happened is we needed to extend the lease for the properties because FIFA has these guidelines that they will not fund projects if it's under 20 years, if the lease is under 20 years. And the property here in Harmon had only 9 more years, okay? And then also the same thing happened with Agate. Agate only had 19 years left. So we needed to secure additional years in order for us to fulfill the mandate of FIFA, in order for us to get the funding to go ahead with the project. So there's gonna be projects in Agate. We're building 2 fields there. We're building a natural grass field and an artificial pitch. And then for Harmon here, we're also changing our artificial turf and also improving the lights to LED on our lower pitch. Some of the other projects that we're looking at is also in Chalampago, right next to the Ordet Elementary School. We're looking at building another facility there. And that property has been purchased by FIFA. And projects include an artificial turf and another natural grass turf.
In 2016, FIFA first adopted its forward development, which provides a 360-degree tailor-made support for football development in each of their member associations and the 6 confederations. So developing and supporting football across the globe. Guam has definitely benefited. The GFA continues to give back to the island's youth and has helped grow the sport tremendously.
Yes, so all these fundings that FIFA has been given to all the countries or all the MAs around the world, Guam has benefited. In fact, we benefited a lot because we're such a small country compared to the other countries where they have to, spread the wealth. But since we're such a small island, we're able to utilize it to improve all aspects of our football association here.
The GFA is big on athlete development, courses offered for coaches and referees. Talk about the importance of staying up to date with the rest of the world.
So what's been happening since the pandemic, we've been on a shutdown mode. So FIFA took the time and this opportunity to start educating everyone in our staff, including referees, including coaches, including admin, including media, marketing media. So what they did was they took the time to go about and even to restructure our statutes, okay, worldwide. So this has been a real benefit for our island because now our staff are educated and we have more weapons to go out and fulfill our mission.
The national teams and junior national teams have been practicing. What can we expect as far as play or any competition in the near future?
As you know, we still have 3 more World Cup matches. We still have to play China. It's supposed to be here. We're supposed to play Syria here. And then we also are supposed to play Philippines in Philippines. But because of this pandemic, we had to go back and redo everything because of all the travel restrictions. So what we came out with is we're going to be playing in a bubble. And China has made an offer to host our group of 5 national teams, which is China, Syria, Philippines, Guam, and Maldives. And so we're looking at heading to Shanghai in June to fulfill the final 3 matches that is required for our FIFA World Cup second round.
Crossing our fingers, high school sports gets back into play. Has there been any talks of GFA continuing to host any high school matches or even middle school matches?
We've been in negotiation, but apparently, it all depends on the public health, and of course, through the mandates of public health and the protocols. We here at GFA, we have very high protocols, and we're looking at it, and we showed it to public health, and we're just waiting for the word if we can play again. And
another great thing, you guys continue to give back to the community. I see that at the GFA, you guys were hosting, was it drive-in movies?
Triple J is one of GFA's main sponsors. So Jeff Jones, Triple J, approached us and see if we can do a drive-in movie. So we said, okay, the community needs this time, to get together, but of course through social distancing. But in all, it turned out really well. The community enjoyed the movie, and also GFA is really glad to help out.
Enjoy honey sesame chicken breast at Panda Express. Be the sweetness. Be the freshness. Be the crispy tender sesame seed perfection. That's how you find your sweet spot. Have it delivered from Panda Express today.
Micronesia Mall.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
It is without doubt a happy birthday to some very special Guamanians, and on Saturday, we say happy birthday to Christine, sending birthday wishes to our beautiful daughter. May the new year bring you renewed hope, happiness, and prosperity to you and your amazing family. We love and miss you so much. Say Mom, Major, your sisters, your favorite aunties on Guam, in Texas, California, and Washington State. Julian Tamagan, happy birthday number 5. Hope you have a roarsome day. They say they love you. And Connor Bryan Santos Mafnes, happy birthday number 2. You certainly bring happiness, joy, and laughter into our hearts. We love you so much. Say Mommy, Daddy, Kristen, Papas, and Grandmas, and everyone in your family.
Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and your birth date. That's all the time we have from all of us here at KUAM. Thanks for watching, and have a safe weekend.
KUAM News, winner of the 2020 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Social Media.